Just a little bit of a disclaimer before the video begins. This video is actually a compilation of our 2 Theft King videos. We decided to compile them together so people who are new to Theft King will be able to learn all they want about Theft King and be able to do it in just one big video rather than 2 separate videos. If you want to watch in 2 separate videos, both videos will be linked in the description below. Everyone in the FNAF fandom knows who Theft King is. He's one of, if not the most controversial person right now in the FNAF YouTuber fandom. He has a lot of hot takes that people don't agree with, and he's gotten into a lot of trouble. We are going to be talking about this from the perspective of former fans, because we actually really did like Theft King, and we were really hoping that he would change and improve. But it's over 7 months later, and he's still showing the same behaviors that he was showing that got us mad at him before. So we feel like it's necessary to make a video talking about what he's been doing and how he can improve. Now, we're not going to use this as an excuse to bully and harass him like a lot of other people are doing. We feel like that we can get our points across without having to throw insults at him and without having to be mean to him. So hopefully if he does end up watching this video, he'll be able to take the constructive criticism from it and maybe improve what he's doing. So this began over 6 months ago with the pear situation. We covered the pear situation in a video already. If you want to know more about that, go check out that video. In that situation, there were very manipulative people in the fandom who were threatening fan game creators. There was a lot of shady stuff going on there. Theft King called it out. Everyone pretty much agreed with him, and that was a good drama. Well, next he got into drama with Kane Carter, who is the guy making Pop Goes. He's in the Fanverse initiative. He got called out for clickbaiting, deceiving people with his thumbnails and titles. He got accused of just being a grifter in the FNAF fandom. And he handled that drama all wrong. He got really emotional about it. He personally attacked King Carter, told him to burn in hell. We didn't cover this a year ago because we really thought that he would improve from it, and we were really hoping that this would just be one petty incident and that it wouldn't go like the way that it has. But with the activities that he's been showing recently, I don't think that this is going to change, and I don't think he's going to stop doing this. So after the Kane Carter incident, where he ended up losing a lot of subscribers and ended up getting a lot of hate, he started to add in manipulative stuff to his videos. And this would be where he told you, look at these puppies and kittens, subscribe for the puppies and kittens. Now you could say that it's a joke, but I don't feel like it's a joke. With the tone that he has with that, and knowing that his audience is largely children, I feel like it's done to get more kids to subscribe to him and feel bad for him. And this isn't just in videos, he's also on Twitter trying to get you to feel bad for him, while also throwing out constant jabs on his Twitter and his videos at the same people that he already got in trouble for throwing jabs at them over a year ago. So he wants you to feel bad for him, but he also wants to shit talk more creators in the FNAF community.
Yeah, and I honestly don't remember him doing the stuff with the puppies and kittens before the first thing with King Carter, but I know when he started to do that, I started to not like his content as much, because there was more of a shift at that point as well as that just being annoying, manipulative stuff.
So the Kane Carter pettiness has sprung up again, where he was covering a YouTuber stealing one of his videos, which that's a whole rabbit hole in of itself that I'm not covering here. But he put King Carter on the thumbnail, stealing his video and running away. So to anyone who didn't watch the video, they would think that it was a hit piece on Kane Carter, when it wasn't. He just put King Carter on the thumbnail to take a jab at him for literally no reason. Then he goes on to get in a lot of trouble by defending somewhat the artist Fizzy or Feezy when she got fired recently by Scott. This was someone who was working on the book covers for the FNAF stuff, and she got exposed for being a weirdo, which I'm not covering that also because I don't want to get into FNAF drama constantly. So if you want to learn more about that, look into it yourself. But she got fired for being a weirdo and for writing stuff that was very inappropriate involving kids. Because this is a kid's franchise, I can understand the firing, and I'm shocked that it took as long as it did for her to get fired.
Yeah, not covering it, but she was called out for it a couple years before.
So basically, people were very happy that she got fired. They were bragging about it on Twitter. They were talking about it on Twitter. They were memeing about it on Twitter. Theft King got very mad about this and decided to basically defend her by saying that you shouldn't knock someone while they're down, and you shouldn't celebrate someone failing, and you shouldn't have this type of mentality. And in a way, I can kind of see it. Maybe he saw a bit of himself in her. Maybe he thought that it wasn't as bad as what it was. Maybe he wasn't fully educated on it. Who knows? But either way, it was a very bad take, and he should feel bad for saying that. And instead of like learning from it and apologizing about it, he decided to compare it to Scott getting canceled a while back. Scott, the creator of FNAF, which made things even worse. People memed on him because of that. They called him out because of that, and he got mad because people were calling him out and making fun of him again. And then finally, he got into a fight with a creator named because some people in his server were talking about him and posting pictures of him, making fun of him. It wasn't himself, it was literally just people in his server, like in his staff. So that one was probably the dumbest of all of them. He shouldn't care if people are talking about him somewhere else, and he shouldn't be getting himself involved in that. And shouldn't be called out for that. That whole thing is really petty and childish. So yeah, that's basically all the stuff leading us up to where we're at now with the Theft King stuff. Now we can just talk about how we feel about it. And I'm gonna go first. My thing is that Theft King really needs to learn from all of this. The problem isn't that you got called out. The problem is that you got called out and people gave you the chance to redeem yourself. People gave you the chance to improve. People were hoping you would improve. We were hoping you would improve. But instead of improving, you decided to hold on to this grudge, constantly bring it up, constantly play the victim, and constantly seek validation and make people feel bad for you so they'll continue giving you stuff, like subscriptions. I shouldn't have to be shamed every time I enter your video. You shouldn't have to mention puppies and kittens to get people to subscribe. That is just really petty attention-seeking stuff. And I don't want you to constantly take jabs at other creators in the FNAF-like fandom. No one wants to see that. It's sad, it's petty, it's unprofessional, it's not clever, you're not witty, you're not cool for doing it. Just like it's bad for them calling you out, it's bad for you calling them out when it's literally just petty personal stuff. So my thing would be is to drop this ego, let this go, and quit bringing it up. You want to keep uploading videos like nothing happened, and you want to keep doing the stuff that you're doing. Mixing your drama with your brand is probably the worst thing that you could do, because eventually drama will be your brand, and this will be your whole life. If you continue to engage in this and continue to feed into this, there will be no Theft King brand anymore. There will just be the guy who's getting picked on for acting irrational online. And from what I've seen from you, it's similar to problems that I have in my personal life, to where maybe you need to see a therapist, maybe you need to get on some medication, maybe you need to talk some things out. Because it really seems like that whenever someone has any slight opinion on you that is negative, you completely overreact and you flip into the most extreme reaction that you can have towards the thing. So if you're already seeing a therapist, I would tell them about the stuff online, and maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to find some way for you to better cope with this, because people are going to talk shit on you online, and the bigger you get, the more shit people are going to talk. I would say that you need to learn to cope with it and not constantly bring it up, because it shouldn't be your audience's problem. We shouldn't know about this, and we shouldn't care about this, but you constantly make it our problem by letting it infect your normal uploads. But how do you feel about this, though, Luminous?
Honestly, when this stuff with King Carter first happened, like 7 or so months ago, I wasn't mad at him. I was more concerned. I felt for him because in the live stream where he told them to burn, he was clearly going through some stuff. You could hear it. You could hear that he wasn't exactly in the best place. And I felt bad for him. I wanted him to improve. I wanted him to be able to, like, get stuff settled and smooth things out the best he could. Even if it meant, like, him and King Carter weren't going to be friends after that. Or, like, even on good terms. Just get it somewhat worked out. And I was hoping he would learn from what the issue was and improve going forward. And at first, I kind of thought that's what was happening, but it seems more like he wasn't learning. And that's what has me, like, more concerned now more than ever, because it seems like he does really enjoy the videos he's doing, but if he keeps going the way he's doing things, he's going to become irrelevant. People aren't really going to watch his videos, and he might, like, lose the passion for his videos. And you're right. If he continues the path that he's going down, he's going to end up as, like, the FNAF drama guy. And no one's really gonna like that, because they're already, when the first thing was happening with King Cardi, it was like, no one wants this, no one wants drama here. You're making it seem like things are worse than they are, which is why people were initially upset with him to begin with. It wasn't the stuff that he was actually covering in the videos, it was just his thumbnails. So him continuing not really improving and kind of continuing to take jabs at people is only going to make things worse for him. And I really hope he does take a step back to reflect and actually, like, try to figure out why people are mad or upset with him, and try to actually fix it instead of using manipulative tactics to get people to feel bad for him.
We don't want to have to cover Theft King, and we don't want to become one of his detractors or haters. So we're going to try to make this our last Theft King video, unless he does something extremely terrible that's completely unignorable, because at this point, we're honestly done with Theft King. Before, we thought Theft King would change 8 months ago. He didn't. Then we gave him the benefit of doubt and hope that he'd listen to reason and change, and he hasn't. So we're going to talk about his latest bit of drama, his latest bit of trying to throw multiple FNAF YouTubers under the bus so that he can make himself look better, and then give our final thoughts about Theft King so we can just be done with this man. I've unsubscribed. I'm not going to be watching him anymore. I'm not a fan of his anymore, and I'm honestly just done. So the bit of drama that Theft King has gotten himself mixed up into again is that a person named Underscore was in a group chat with 2 other FNAF YouTubers, and because Underscore did something shady, Theft King is trying to rope the FNAF YouTubers who did videos on him in to make them look bad. So what Underscore did was, he made a video where he took a clip from one of Theft King's videos, and he uploaded it to his channel to get Theft King to strike it. And Theft King did. And he used the YouTube copyright system to get Theft King's email, and was going to send him harassing emails, sign him up for a bunch of stuff, and leak his email address, which he did do all those things. And his accomplice was a guy named The Boss. These 2 are the only ones that did anything, and they did everything in the span of a day. These 2 are the only ones to blame. I do not endorse what they did. Literally no one endorses what they did. What they did was fucked up and is harassment. No one should be okay with harassment. But what didn't happen is Sleep Live didn't contribute to this, because ironically enough he was sleeping, and I'm gonna say this guy's name wrong, so I'm sorry. His icon's gonna be on the screen. Reloloin, whatever his name is, had nothing to do with this. Theft King made a video calling out a whole group of people when only 2 people did anything negative to him at all. And the reason why he called out Sleep Live and this goat YouTuber is because they did videos negative to him. And in his video, he used very manipulative language to make these guys back off from him. At first, he was saying that it was perfectly okay to make videos on him, it's just not okay to harass him by doxing him. But then he switched it to towards the end that if you make videos on him, you'll be sorry. So he made it very clear in his video that he doesn't want people to make videos on him, even if he says otherwise. He used this situation, just like what he did with yeah, to try to throw these guys under the bus and make them look bad. He's weaponizing his audience to attack people that did literally nothing wrong. Neither of these two people doxed him. Neither of these two people harassed him. It was just underscore and the boss. This is ridiculous. You are part of the FNAF YouTubing community. You are a part of the FNAF fandom. Why do you keep attacking your fellow creators when all they do is offer you criticism? They're not attacking you, they're trying to help you. You keep having manic episodes, you keep going out of your way to try to hurt people, you attack fan game developers, you attack other creators, and unlike with them where they give you constructive criticism, you tell people to burn in hell, you accuse them of being anti-Semitic, and you accuse them of being doxers and harassers when they did none of that to you. You are in the wrong. You are completely delusional. And at this point, you've shown that you are manipulative. I have nothing more to say about you. I have nothing more to say to you. You've lost a fan and you've lost a subscriber. How do you feel about this though, Luminous?
I am completely disgusted with his actions. Because, again, back when the King Carter stuff happened, I thought he could improve. I thought he could recover for this, and I was rooting for him. But then the stuff with, yeah, happened, where he was blaming him for stuff he just didn't do, trying to demonize him and get pity points, victim points. I don't know what he was trying to do other than get attention on himself. I didn't like that then, and I don't like it now when he's going after two other people who've done nothing. They've talked about when he was doing stuff like with the King Carter stuff, he's labeling them as Theft King YouTubers when they really haven't even made that many videos about him. One of them has made, I think, when he made the video, 4 videos at the max on him. 3 of those were during the King Carter stuff, and the other one, like, months and months after. He's not dedicated his channel to him. He's lying about him. I think it's just disgusting and deplorable. I don't think at this point he's going to change. He's looking for drama, and I don't support that. I don't want to watch him for drama. I don't like drama. I think he could still change, but I think it's unlikely. And if he does, it's not going to be anytime soon.
So yeah, honestly, I feel bad because the FNAF community desperately needs someone who will speak out against abusive behavior. They need someone that will talk about things going on in the greater community. There's a lot of people to do FNAF theories. There's a lot of people to do FNAF discussions. There's a lot of people who just talk about the game. And he really could have been that guy, but he shows that that type of power goes to your head, and inevitably you will try to abuse it because the pendulum is only allowed to swing one way and criticism is not allowed to come back at you. So I think that Theft King has made his bed and he has to lie in it, and there's no use in hoping for him to better himself because he's shown that he has no interest in doing that. If you like this FNAF video, please hit that like button. If you know other people that like FNAF, share this video to them. It will help everyone out. It'll help this channel grow. It'll help get some new exposure to us. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this, you should hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, do everything that YouTubers tell you to do because it actually does help out and it helps us make more content like this.